Hamfest in the fairgrounds in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pretty good sized building. As you can see, some vendors and people are starting to set up. For the most part though, it's pretty early on a Friday afternoon. They're setting up down here where they're going to have stations teach people how to build a 2-meter bass antenna, if that's into your line of things. But yeah, I'll take you over and show you where my table's at, and I've already bought a couple pairs of speakers. Matter of fact, a pair of old receivers. Matter of fact, guy here's got some little JBL 2500 speakers, and then a nice set of I'm not sure what those are, but they're JBLs. We'll check those out when the guy gets back. And this is my table. I picked up a KLH52 and an old Heath kit. And I'm not sure where my son ran off to. Guy here has a ton of transformers. I'm going to go through all these and see if I can find some maybe some audio output transformers or chokes, something useful, maybe even power transformers. But really good selection of them here. Alright, my 18-year-old son Michael hanging out over here watching my table, trying to sell my stuff I just bought. Ended up getting a really nice 5,000 ohm primary audio output transformer, an interstage transformer, and another audio output transformer off that guy. So glad to have got those. Alright, bought a couple new in the box, never opened tubes here. Amazing looking. Picked up a Panavice for $10, really nice little unit, but maybe the best find of the whole Hamfest yet is this little motorcycle, antique, and it is got rubber wheels and it is Harley Davidson, so we're going to find out what that thing's worth. A pair of ICO amplifiers at $800. Don't think those will sell. And a EL34 stereo amplifier for, looks like $1,500. Those are way more than eBay prices for these things. Interesting. And it's about 2:30 on Friday afternoon. The way these Hamfests work, they usually have what they call load in at most of the larger Hamfests the day before, and they'll start letting people in around lunchtime, and they can stay until 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then they kind of kick everybody out. So sorry about that. I dropped the camera. Thought a guy I was looking for that's got some vacuum tubes had showed up, but it wasn't. It was somebody actually looking to buy, much like me. But most of these Hamfests load in the day before, and you have to have a table to actually get into the pre-load in day. But you can be here when everyone's unloading and kind of buy as people are unloading, so it works out well. And then the next day the Hamfest will officially take off, usually around 8 o'clock, and the dealers, somebody's bought a table, can get in at 6 or so and start buying more. So I highly recommend jump in with a table earlier than if you want to get in early. Okay, it keeps getting crazy. I just bought a Heathkit Hero 1 and 2 Hero Juniors, which are early kind of educational robots, along with the articulating arm and a bunch of remote controls. This stuff is just impossible to find. The original manuals, crazy. Picked all those up for $100. Picked up a Precision Electronics mono amplifier, but it's got a pair of 7868s in it that are look really good. The getters are still really strong on them, so hopefully those are good. The tubes are worth way more than I paid for the little unit, but as you can see, I've only been here about 2 hours now, and I've completely filled up a table already. It's about 4:45 now, and you can see some of the dealers on the upper end here, product dealers, are getting set up, and the other part of the Hamfest is starting to fill up pretty good down on the other end. Good bit of people. They're still only about a quarter full. The rest of it, about half of it will fill up tonight, maybe 2/3, and the rest will all happen dealers coming in early at 6 a.m. in the morning, what they call tailgating. People just bring stuff and kind of open their trunks and set the stuff out and put it up for sale. But we're having a good time so far, and I've already drove the vehicle in, filled it up, and took it back out one time. Alright, picked up an old Rca airplane speech amplifier, but it's got good power transfers, got good audio output transformers here on it, so good little deal. Happy to pick that up. And I picked up a nice Yaesu FT100D. I bought one of these new in the box years ago and had it in my Land Rover Discovery. Absolutely loved the rig, but got rid of the vehicle, sold this, and been wanting one ever since. Picked this up for $125, so extremely happy about that. Alright, it's 6 a.m. and headed back into the Hamfest. Quite a few cars here already. It's about 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Still a lot of people loading in here. Bringing in cars, bringing in vehicles. Quite a bit of stuff laying around. Haven't picked up but one thing this morning. A little magnifying glass that I thought was neat. That's been it thus far. As you can see, there are a lot of people in here, probably 1,000 at this point. It's a little after the doors open at 8 a.m. on Saturday. Place has gotten pretty filled up at this point in time. I haven't found a lot this morning. I found a little KLH receiver I'll take you over and show you in a minute, but not a ton this morning. Hamfest are a great place if you need parts. There's just lots of people that have piles and piles of parts laid out like this, and yeah, lots and lots of components and pieces, and it's a mixture, even though it's associated with amateur radio. Just a lot of electronic buffs show up at these things to kind of peddle their wares. Oh, an old Heathkit tuner, $10, but it's missing the strip on the bottom here because I could actually use the strip on another rig. I've got a matching amplifier. This guy here's got a little Teflon wire sleeving like I use all the time with all different sizes and gauges. And lots and lots and lots of other parts. A bunch of nice Helicrafters rigs all on one table. Super beautiful. There you go. Whole pile of
5 years ago. I still
8 tracks that if you really wanted to kick it old school. Bunch of reel-to-reels. I bought some 10-inch reels off this guy earlier. A couple nice old oscilloscopes. I know. They're nice scopes. Somebody's got the outside detail and little lights and whatnot for sale here on the table today. Lots of antennas, antenna bases. I'm over in the new dealer section right now, but this guy's usually got something. Let me see if I can find it. SLCR, ESR, semiconductor, good stuff. Yeah, when I walk up to people's table and I'm recording a video, they think I'm talking to them, so they start talking back to me. But yeah, electrical tape, plumbing tape. This guy here looks like he's got all sorts of heat shrink tubing, got big bags of it in bulk for sale. All types of electronic components, all sorts of things over here in the new section. Alright, I see this guy at some Hamfest from time to time. Lots of test equipment here. It's a synthesizer, function generator, nice Antec scope here. Pretty nice. Nice function generator here. I've had one of these before, they're not bad. Oscilloscope probes, $20 bucks, $15 bucks. And there is the 2246 that they've got on my bench. In really nice shape for $375, not a bad deal to be honest. And there is the 2247A, which is the 100 megahertz scope for $365, and you see it's got all the on-screen display on it. Not a bad deal if someone needed one. Nice spectrum analyzer. Another spectrum analyzer. Pretty nifty stuff here. Yeah, another nice spectrum analyzer. 2246 and then just a variety of various parts and components. Need some switches, some power resistors, maybe some soldering irons, and maybe little solder cleaning brushes. Those are good to have. Nice little clippers, etc. Alright, we think we're about ready to head out today. There's a mob of people here. And I think I've gotten all I can fit in my vehicle at this point. Okay, the only way to wrap up a Hamfest is with the food truck fair here. I think I'm going to go for the Mexican tacos over here. They look pretty amazing. Morning everyone, it's the Sunday morning following the Hamfest, and we are still learning how to use our new little camera here, but I found some things along the way in various bags and boxes that I brought home with me. I bought 4 brand new 813 tubes. I say brand new. This pair had just a few hours on them, and these were brand new in the pack. Really nice power transformer, you know, 110, 115, 125 in. On the output, you've got a 6 volt 4 amp, 6 volt 6 amp. You got 5 volts here at 3 amps. Then you got a center tap for everything from 300 all the way to 375 volts center tapped. It's a great bench transformer for testing out amplifiers. I think I showed you the little Harley Davidson guy that I bought. This is a roller inductor, an Rca roller inductor. Huge thing used in like a linear amplifier or a transmitting station. I really bought this one honestly to flip. I paid 20 bucks for it, and this part here, the roller inductor itself, these things are pretty neat to watch. They sell for about 90 to 115, 120 bucks. And then this piece on the front here, which is called a turns counter. As you can't turn, a little counter here keeps up with how many times you've turned it. So you can kind of take it back to where you left it off at. Those sell for $40, $45, $50. So maybe 150 bucks out of this. I do buy a lot of stuff to flip. Typically not tubes and not vintage gear, more parts and stuff like this. Mainly because I try to make this a self-funding hobby. I buy a lot of gear and for my own collection, and if I can do that without taking any money out of the family savings or checking account, I'm in a much better place. Bunch of miscellaneous tubes I picked up. Some Tektronix 5879 tubes. I was happy to get those. There was nice 6SN7s, 12BY7s. Let's see, some 12AX7s, 12AT7s. So a nice Toshiba 5AR4. So you can guess what this one is. Kind of hard to see, but it's a Bugle Boy Amprex 5AR4. That's a $100 tube, no doubt. Some brand new in the box 6BQ5 tubes I picked up. A GE 5AR4 here. Let's see, a couple made in Great Britain Knight EL84s I found. A Mullard EL84, a couple other EL84s. And then, I found a couple boxes of tubes I can show you here in a minute, but this was a neat little unit. Walking around, the guy just set it out. As a matter of fact, he must have had it in a box or something, because the Hamfest had been going for quite a while when this thing popped up. Matter of fact, earlier in my video, I went by his table and on the video, and this stuff was not in there, but it's a nice KLH Model 8. Nice little FM receiver. Executives and whatnot used to put these in their offices and be able to listen to the radio. A little nice matching external speaker here for it. If I can get around here to the other side, you can see here the KL8 Model 8 FM receiver. This is not one of the they make a modern day copy of this, but this is the original with tubes. Nice little setup here. Got the matching speaker with the original plug. I was extremely happy. I picked that setup up for $30, and these things usually about $300 to $380 on eBay, somewhere in that price range. But I might just hang on to this one, put it in the vintage collection. Not sure yet, but yeah, let's see what else we may have found. One last thing I picked up at the Hamfest. At one point in my video, I kind of jumped because I thought a guy had shown up that had some tubes. Well, I saw these tubes at a table earlier, and they were covered up with a blue tarp, but there was no one there to sell them to me. So finally, when I saw the guy show back up, I ran over there as quickly as I could. Brand new in the pack here, 2A3, super nice tube. Not a lot in here, 6B4G, whatnot, but some 6S7s and some 6V6s, some brand new in the box military 6S7 GT, 6V6 GT tubes. They're really nice, but this was the box I was really after. It's about 2/3 6SL7s, 6SN7s. There's a few other things in here, but you got, you know, super nice Sylvania chromes. Check this out. This is a 6SL7W, which is a really tough time WGT, chrome top with brown base. Really tough tube to find, but yeah, I was extremely happy. I bought both of these. I just ran over to the guy and I said, would you take this amount for all of them? And he said, oh, how about a little bit more? And we bartered for just about 12 seconds, and I said, I'll take them. And that was before somebody else showed up and tried to buy them, because there are vultures, we call ourselves, that kind of run around these Hamfest, and as soon as people unload, you know, there's 5 or 6 or 7 guys just standing there waiting to kind of swarm them to see what they have. And you know, you have 4 or 5 people reaching their hand into a box like this trying to pull out the tubes they want. I found it easier to just run up and make an offer for everything. So everybody, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about the Hamfest process. Hopefully you'll get out to some Hamfest and actually try to enjoy some yourself. Just Google, you know, kind of your area, like the state you're in, North Carolina Hamfest calendar, or, you know, California Hamfest calendar, or whatever. You'll start finding links to these things. There's a lot of them in the spring, a lot of them in the summer, and then they kind of die off in the fall or winter. So thanks, everybody. Keep making these videos. Keep giving us feedback. This is our first video with our new camera, really, actually our second video, but still learning how to use this thing, that's for sure. I keep getting my finger over the button, and I accidentally turned the setting knob on the top one time. Thanks.